The notebook listed his shoe brand, his truck, and his parking spot. Welcome to the Black Archive. Tonight, we go into the woods. Every Saturday for 2 years, I ran the same 12-mile loop through Pisgah National Forest outside Brevard, North Carolina. Davidson River Trailhead, Silver Tacoma in the front lot. 6 a.m. start. I work a desk job in Charlotte. The trail is the only place I feel like a real person. 3 weekends in a row last October, I noticed camps along my route. Single tent, folding chair outside, flop open, always facing the trail. No one sitting in them. I figured some backpacker liked his solitude. Weird, but not dangerous. 4th weekend, the camps were gone. All 3. No trace, no trampled grass, no tent stakes. Nothing. On mile 8, deep in the dead zone where there's no cell signal, no junctions, no way out, except forward or back. I stopped at a hollow oak I've passed 100 times. Something inside the trunk caught my eye. A Ziploc bag. Inside was a weatherproof notebook. Physical descriptions, dozens. Height, build, clothing, shoe brand. Each one logged with a day, a time, and a direction of travel. I flipped through until I hit a start entry near the back. Male, mid-30s, 6'1", lean build. Hoka speed goats, running vest. Same route every Saturday. Arrives 5:45 to 6 a.m. Same vehicle, silver Tacoma, front lot, driver's side. That was me, down to the shoes. I drove straight to the Davidson River Ranger Station. The ranger listened. He didn't look surprised. He looked uncomfortable. He told me this was the 3rd notebook recovered from Southern Appalachian Trail systems in 3 years. Different forests, same handwriting, same format. Then he told me 4 people described in the previous notebooks had never been found. Cases still open, no suspect identified, ever. Before I left, he asked me one question. He picked his words carefully. Are you certain no one was watching you when you found it? I think about that every day because those camps had been there for 3 weekends. Someone sat in them and watched me pass within arm's reach. And on the weekend, I found the notebook. The camps were gone. The chairs were gone. Like the watching was over, like they'd learned enough. I run different trails now. I check the parking lot before I step out of my truck. I look for chairs that face the wrong direction. I haven't found another notebook. I don't think I was supposed to find that one. File 2 came from a hunting cabin in northern Wisconsin. The submitter wishes he'd never gone back. My dad died alone in his cabin outside Mellen, Wisconsin, edge of the Pisgah National Forest. Heart attack in his recliner. My siblings didn't want to deal with the property, so I drove up from downstate to clean the place out and list it. I do IT support in Madison. I hadn't visited in 6 years. The cabin was exactly how I remembered. Small, dark, pine walls, wood stove cold, that recliner still facing the window. 3rd day, I was walking the property line and noticed a mound of brush and deadfall near the tree line. Looked like storm debris. I almost didn't walk behind it. It wasn't debris. Plywood scraps, braced against stacked logs. A seat at sitting height. Branches arranged to form a narrow gap in the cover. A sight line aimed directly at the kitchen window. Behind it, a footpath ran to the cabin's back door. Not a game trail, a human path. The dirt packed to bare earth from use. Halfway along that path, inside a hollowed stump, I found a coffee mug from our kitchen cabinet, 3 pieces of my dad's mail from different months, a duplicate set of house keys, worn smooth, and 11 photographs, all taken at night, all through the windows. My father, asleep in his recliner. Different clothes, different seasons, 2 years of images at least, most shot from outside. A few, I had to look more than once, were shot from inside the room. The elderly neighbor from 4 miles down the county road stopped by to offer condolences. I asked if my dad ever mentioned anyone coming around. He thought about it. Your father told me once he didn't mind the company out here. He'd always assumed the old man meant deer. I tore the blind apart, scattered the wood, locked every door, left 2 days early. At the bottom of the gravel drive, I glanced at the rearview mirror. The blind had been rebuilt. The sight line to the kitchen window was clear. I didn't stop the truck. I haven't been back. The listing agent handles everything remotely now. I told her not to visit the property alone. She asked why. I didn't know how to answer. The final file came from Washington's Olympic rainforest. That trail no longer exists on any map. I'm a vet tech in Olympia. I've spent over 40 nights alone in the backcountry. I say that, so what I'm about to describe carries the weight it should. Last September, I hiked into the Quinault River drainage in the Olympic National Forest. 3-day solo trip. Deep temperate rainforest, the kind where the canopy blocks out the sky and everything drips. No cell service, no other campers registered in my zone. 6 miles in, I found a campsite, a quarter-mile off the maintained trail, tents still standing, gear scattered across the ground, food containers popped open but nothing taken. I logged the GPS coordinates and kept hiking. Probably a backpacker who spooked and bailed in a hurry. Not my problem. 2 miles deeper, I set my own camp, hung my bear canister from a branch, got into my tent around 8. After midnight, I hear footsteps, slow, unhurried, moving through my campsite like someone walking through their own house. They stop at my tent wall. I don't move. I don't breathe. I can hear breathing on the other side of the nylon, patient, close. I didn't make a sound, and whatever was standing there knew I was inside. I'm sure of that. I can't explain how, but I am. I don't know how long it stayed. Genuinely cannot tell you. Then the steps moved into the trees, not rushed, not retreating, just done. Morning. My bear canister had been opened. Every food bag inside unzipped and carefully rezipped. Nothing taken. A perfect ring of bear footprints circled my tent in the mud. Human, adult-sized, no shoes, spaced too evenly to be random. I packed out immediately, but every trail blaze on the route behind me had been scraped clean off the trees for over a mile. I navigated out by compass alone. 6 weeks later, a forest ranger from the Quinault district office called me. Careful voice, measured words. The abandoned campsite belonged to a solo hiker who entered the drainage 11 days before me. She has never been found. In her recovered journal, the final entry described exactly what happened to me. The opened food, the bare footprints, the breathing outside the tent. Same pattern. Her last entry was a decision. She scraped the trail blazes off herself to stop the next person from following the route deeper into that section of forest. She tried to save me. I walked right past her warning. The ranger told me the entire trail section has been permanently decommissioned, removed from every published map. No explanation given. I asked why. He said he wasn't authorized to discuss it. Whatever lives in that drainage follows a pattern, and it's patient. That closes the archive for tonight. Subscribe and submit your own encounters. Click the file on your screen to keep going.